Hey guys, it's Katie. Question, what do you do when you niche down, you redo your website, and then your current clients who are not in your ideal client niche see your website? What do you do? And one more question for today. Are there times that a therapist does not need to niche down? I'm going to answer both of those questions in this bonus video in our niche training series. Okay, if you haven't seen them yet, make sure that you go back, you watch the first 3 videos in this niche series so that you're all caught up by the time you get here to this bonus video, and definitely make sure you subscribe below so that you don't miss our future videos and our series. I'm Katie Reed. I'm a therapist just like you, and I'm a marketing strategist, and I help therapists grow and then outgrow their private practices, moving into coaching, consulting, online courses, all kinds of things out there. Honestly, I just want to make sure that you can prevent burnout, you can stay in this helping profession, and you can love your job and love your life as you're doing it. So stick around, more to come. So what do you do as a therapist? You niche down, you do everything you're supposed to do, you rewrite your website, and then a current client who's maybe not in that ideal client pool comes back to you and says, what the heck? You're focusing on women, professional women now, and I'm a man, or anything else. They're just outside of your niche. What do you do? So first and foremost, of course, this largely depends on you and how you work, but I can speak to what I would do or how I would have talked to interns about it in the past. What I would say is first, I always am very relational in my work with my therapy clients. So I would first figure out, what does this feel like for them? I would explore it. I would say, wow, what was it like? What thoughts did you have? What feelings did you have when you saw that? I would really unpack what was the experience like for them of seeing that you've kind of chosen a niche and maybe they're not in it. And what did they imagine you were thinking? How did they imagine you feel about them? What are the things that they're imagining about themselves or their impact on you? All those ways that clients kind of beat themselves up. Are they doing it in this situation? Now, the second part of that, I was never one of those relational therapists who would unpack something and then just let people sit with it in like endless anxiety forever. I know there are styles of therapy that are good and effective and they do that. It just wasn't me. So the second part of it for me is once all the depth work, the unpacking work had been done, then I would be saying to them, well, listen, in the act of marketing my practice, I did choose a niche. I did choose to niche down to this particular type of client because it's a good marketing practice on my part to have a specialty and have something that I specialize in. And yet I am so thankful every day that I still have several clients that are not at all in that niche because it keeps me sharp. It keeps me on my toes. It makes my days fun. It gives me variety. You know, I would really be honest about the whole thing. I would be honest that this is part of marketing and it's a good decision on my part to keep my business growing. And at the same time, I don't necessarily want only those clients all the time. I still love and deeply enjoy having clients from all different walks of life. And that's what makes my practice and my work interesting. So that's how I would handle it. Now, of course, different styles of therapy, you might choose a really different route to go. But that's what I would advise if you hit that situation. I'm curious though, as you hear that, could you do that with your clients? Just give me a yes or a no or an emoji below. Could you do that with your clients? Could you have that conversation and feel the confidence to go in and do that? Or would you handle it differently? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, and the other question I get all the time is, do I have to niche down? Like, is it totally necessary for a therapist to have a niche? Here's the answer, and it might surprise you. My answer is no. You don't always have to niche down. I will give you the 2 primary examples of when I don't think a therapist actually needs a niche. Now, one comes from, I have colleagues that I went to grad school with many years ago. They have had one office in the same town ever since their internship years. They have built up word of mouth. They have built up referrals. I have colleagues who've never even had to have a website. They have been in practice so long and they have such a strong referral base and network in their town that they have just survived completely on referrals and word of mouth for years. In that case, if you are happy, if your business is thriving, if you've got referrals coming in every week, no, I don't think you need to niche down if you don't want to. I think you're just fine. It's not to say that you might not want to. I mean, let's be honest, like we all get those clients where we know it's not a perfect fit and we might prefer to have a few more of those perfect fit clients. So you certainly can niche down. But in that case, if you're happy and you're growing and your word of mouth is awesome, I don't honestly think you have to. Now, the one other time I don't think you necessarily have to niche down, and this applies to a lot of you, if you live somewhere more rural in a small town where there are hardly any providers, you might not have to niche down at all. And in fact, niching down might be a real challenge where you are, right? So if you are in a small town, I don't think you necessarily need to niche down at all. Now, I certainly think you could, and it would be a good idea to consider a really broad niche. So for example, if I'm in a small town, I would probably just literally be like, my specialty is women. I work with women, adults like over 18 women all the way through the lifespan on a variety of any sort of issues that are coming up for women. I might just make my specialty be women. Now, if you come to me and you're like, I live in the middle of Los Angeles, California, and my specialty is going to be women, I'm going to be like, no. You need to niche down much more in that example, right? Because you have so much competition. There's 10 million therapists everywhere around you. You really need to actually go back to those first 3 videos and choose your specific niche. But if you're in a small town, you're rural, you're getting a lot of clients anyway, just because there's hardly anybody else in town and your help is so desperately needed. In that case, no, I don't think you always need to niche down. And same as the previous example, you certainly can if you want. And if you're taking insurance, even then you can niche down if you want. You can still say to insurance, I just want female clients or whatever, but I don't think you absolutely have to. So again, tell me below, are you in a small town? I'm curious your experience, and have you niched down or have you been completely fine without it if you're living in a more rural area? I'm super curious. Drop it in the comments below. Okay, my friends, more videos to come every week. In the meantime, come hang out at my website, katiereed.com. Read a book, R-E-A-D, spelled like read a book. Go over there, pick up all the free guides that are available there. You can also watch the free More Money Masterclass for therapists and join me over in my free Facebook group, The Therapreneurs. And of course, don't forget, subscribe below or you're going to miss these videos. You're going to miss out on all the free information every single week. I will see you in the next one. Good to see you. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this and you want more, check out my website at katiereed.com. And remember, it's read spelled like read a book, R-E-A-D. And also check out these other great therapist marketing videos and hit subscribe so that you never miss a new little tidbit coming your way every single week to grow your practice. Bye.